You are live. All right. Is there anybody out there? I don't know, man. My camera crapped out on my other computer here. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, here we are. Let me check this. Let's see. Where are we at? There's Wally. So the link works. But now Wally's all frozen up. What the fuck? Wally, can you hear me? Let's see what my mic's doing. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Here we go. I need to see.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man.
I'm like,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my with my other computer.
No, I don't know about that. I think it's Suzu Wajiki.
I got Elmo coming up here.
They're minions.
It's the long troll, bro.
Elmo, my bro.
What's going on? Hold on, let me see if I can get these.
I had to switch computers. Matter of fact, I'm gonna shut this one down.
Bandits stream is still going.
What's that?
Bandits live stream is still going.
Is it frozen?
Yeah, it's frozen. I wonder why these
But it's
Bluetooth
still-
don't work on here. My shit might be.
Yeah, I haven't
battery
used
might
that
be dead.
YouTube software in a while.
I don't know how to do any of it anyway.
Bert, we need Bert, man. Bert was good at this shit.
No shit, right? That kick.
I don't know how to do any of it anyway. We need to get Terry to do the moderating.
You know, I should send an invite. I should send that invite out to make sure.
We need to get Terry to do the moderating.
Terry. Terry, my ass.
Should send that invite out. Make sure.
It's amazing, right?
You're getting a real bad echo, y'all.
Yeah, I hear it. Where'd Bandit go?
Audio's
Was
fucked
banned.
up, bro.
How is it now?
Bandit, I think your stream's still going.
What about right
I don't
now?
know. I can't. Nobody ain't saying nothing. I can't hear nothing.
Can you hear me?
Right now, it's okay.
Cool.
Yeah. It had something to do with Bandit when he came in. It started like a weird echo thing.
Yeah, because listen, if you go to YouTube and look, his stream is still going. And I think from that stream still going and then being on with us on this one's making a loop or something.
Oh, okay. So Bandit, if you're watching, you got to go over to YouTube and end your stream, or just
Kill that one.
restart your computer or whatever if you don't know how to do it.
Kill the stream.
What's going on there in New Orleans, man?
I'm not in
I
New
see
Orleans.
You got? Oh yeah, that's right. You're in Tallahassee,
No, Pensacola.
shit.
Pensacola.
Oh, yeah, Florida. Fuck it. It's like it's gonna be what they say, 25 below zero tomorrow here in Iowa. Like,
Yeah, it's supposed to go down to 13 degrees here tonight.
It's like in the 50s, maybe like the low 60s or something.
It's nice. What you got? You there with your wife, or you just there?
Yeah, I don't come. This is her people. I don't come out here unless she's here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Picking up all that casino cash.
Yeah.
making it drop.
The fucking yeah. Nah, the fucking just now getting straight with the insurance company, bro, to fuck with my shit to fix my
From the
fucking
storm?
house.
No
Yeah.
way.
Dude. Bro, listen, there's people, I'm lucky, bro. There's people still trying to get their shit. There's all kind of lawyers on TV. The insurance company, come to me, you know, give me some of your money and I'll get them to. Fuck, man. It's a pain in the ass, bro, because the mayor didn't order a mandatory vacuum.
Really? That's what it's all about this time? It's just they just don't want to fucking pay.
Yeah,
like
then
the tree-
fucking Angus had to go.
Angus had
Yeah,
to do
they
what?
just don't want to pay. They always do that shit. I fucking had to bring Angus to the
had to do
fucking
what?
hospital today. Huh? It's all about having to amputate it. I had to take him to the hospital out here. They talking about amputating his
Really?
tail.
Why?
Yeah, his tail's all fucked up.
Oh dear.
A while back, this motherfucker swinging his tail around and he hit the ornamental iron scroll work on my front porch and cut his tail. It was just a little cut. He kept licking it, licking it, licking it, licking it, licking it, licking it. Now he's got like a fucking quarter-size hole. You can see the bone, dude. And every way he's swinging his tail, he's just getting blood all over. You can't put no bandage on it or nothing because that shit just comes off. You know, I had his whole tail wrapped up with gauze and shit, and then up this morning I seen it was starting to come loose. I told Tam, I said, take the fucking thing off. His tail's getting low. He's bleeding all over, you know. Some kind of way she goes off with him and lets him fucking take it. He ate the fucking thing. He took it off and swallowed it, bro. Fucked up, man.
That's fucked up, dude. I'm sorry to hear that.
Right?
Yeah, they the medicine and shit said come back in a week. And if it ain't right in a week, they're gonna have to amputate his tail. I don't want to cut his fucking tail off.
No.
Dog's 10
Right?
years old. He's having his tail. You know?
They come in handy. Shit. That's fucked up.
Yeah, he'll be all right though.
The area. Bandit said he's removed all electronic devices in the area. Yeah, try to come back in. Oh, the link's still up there, right? Yeah.
Yes.
What happened to Electric
I can't see
Gypsy?
the chat. I can't see the chat.
The StreamYard, even a dumbass like myself can fucking handle this.
I'm trying to find out how I can see the chat at the same time. I can't see it. I can't see nothing about the chat or nothing.
Oh, for real?
I guess because I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out how I can see the chat.
I got it up on YouTube now. But yep, even a dummy like myself can use StreamYard. It's that simple.
So yep, even a dummy like myself. You're on YouTube too, right?
StreamYard. Is that
hey, you're streaming on YouTube too, huh? You're on YouTube, right?
Man.
Hey, you're streaming on YouTube too, huh? You're on YouTube, right?
It's looping again.
See that?
Is that only when I come in?
As soon as I mute Bandit, no, it's not you. It's Bandit.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I don't know what it is.
Because when you go on StreamYard, you got to mute your YouTube page and then go to your StreamYard page.
Right.
Be on. I'm still figuring it out.
It's fucking Bandit's idea, and he can't even be here. Ain't that a bitch? Well, what was you saying about Angus now? So they got him in the hospital now?
No, he's here.
Oh, okay.
I got some medicine. I got to give him some tranquilizers and shit. And
did you get? Would they give you that silver sulfide shit to put on there?
Dude, they didn't even. I wasn't in there. She was in there. Dude, they didn't even do nothing. They didn't even clean the hole on his tail off or nothing. I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know. They
used
told us
to,
not to put nothing on it. They said not to put
Really?
nothing on it and let the antibiotics and come back in a week. And if it ain't right, we got to amputate it. How long do I want it to be? The fuck you mean? How long do I want it to be?
Wow.
You know?
Where is it at? Like in the tip of his tail, or
Yeah.
that sucks, man. Man, them bullies, man. The way they swing their tail, it's no surprise.
Yeah.
But that sucks.
You
Hey,
know, and they
Dan.
got that scroll. They got that little piece of fucking I don't know, like 1/8 fucking, the scrolling on the fucking ornamental iron. You know, it's got the little S scroll.
Oh
And
yeah,
that corner part, he was swinging his tail and he hit it out there on the porch, and then he'd fuck with it. Then it would start to get better. Then he'd lick it more, lick it, and then you'd wake up and he's got it all fucking, fucked up from sitting there licking it, I guess, when I ain't around or when we leave.
Yep.
That's why I don't like both of us leaving, because he gets nervous. He's got like anxiety, I guess,
Anxiety.
So I try to make sure one of us is always there.
Yep.
But he must, every now and then he'll stop. If I don't see him for a little while, I'll start thinking, I know where he's at. And I go in there, sure enough, he's fucking with his tail,
Hopefully the antibiotics will work. That sucks, man. I hate when there's shit wrong with my
Then
dogs.
what? They got to put the cone on them too to keep him from messing with. They got to put the cone on them.
I got a cone,
usually
but I
put
ain't
a
put it on.
cone-
Man, he's going to hate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Man, my dog fucking ripped
He's going
that
to hate
thing
that.
surgery.
That's what I got.
Indy had like a little mole in his fucking leg, and they took it off, and they put that cone on him, and he was all fucked up. He couldn't hardly walk out to the car, but he was strong enough. He ripped that fucking cone right off. First thing he did, and he never.
Yeah, he ain't
fucked
going
with
to. He ain't gonna, he ain't, everybody's gonna put a cone on him. You don't know this fucking dog. He ain't gonna have that, bro. You got to be there with him the whole time, and the whole time he's gonna be miserable and fucking with it,
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that.
Alive, I was so fucking frustrated, bro, with the shit. Because I keep trying shit. I keep trying this. Get this kind of tape, that kind of tape. He's gonna get it off his tail because the tail's hairy and then it's tapering down. It's hard to fucking put anything on it, And I got this other shit that gets hard. It's for horses and dogs, and it gets real hard. Like I got collagen in it, and all that does is it gets hard. And then he licks that off and rips the fucking thing even deeper,
Damn.
I was thinking about fucking putting Gorilla Glue on this shit, bro. That's how fucking aggravated I was getting.
I got some
fucking
silver
blood. Gets blood all over the fucking place. It's like a fucking, his tail's like a paintbrush with blood,
Yeah, for sure. I got a little bit of that silver sulfide. I should overnight that shit to you. That shit works really good, man, on the incisions and shit.
I could get some.
Heals it fast.
I could get some. But like I said, I got this fucking, he's got prednisone, he's got fucking antibiotics, and he's got trazodone, which I thought they gave mental patients, like, motherfuckers need to calm down, Seroquel or some shit. But he's chilling right now. I think that fucking tranquilizer's got him.
Here we go. There's Bandit. I'm gonna add him in, see what happens. Fucking poor Bandit. It's his idea.
Right. Woo.
Hey. Sounds like it's okay now.
Touchdown.
We got it. Where'd he go?
Damn.
Well,
We had him.
Shit. Yeah, right?
Maybe he's having problems. Huh? I don't know.
Strike one.
Man, I could use a Florida trip right now. I was looking into Mardi Gras this year. Mardi Gras kind of late this year.
Huh?
Mardi Gras is kind of late this year. I was looking into it. $5,000 for 2 weeks.
I don't even know when Mardi Gras is this year.
March 1st, I think.
Sometimes it's been early the last few years. March, that's about like when it's supposed to be. It's
Last
something
summer.
about the last 40 days past the last full moon of Advent or some shit like that.
Something like that. It's a Catholic holiday. See, I'm gonna look it up. I was just
Something
looking
about
up
the last full moon.
Yeah, Tuesday, March 1st.
Hey, Quentin.
That's late. It's been
I've
like
seen it. I've seen it. One year when I was a little kid, it was in fucking January. In fact, it was on my fucking birthday. They had parades for my birthday. Well, Mardi Gras wasn't on my birthday, but they had parades going. You know, the parades that go before for my birthday when I was a little kid. I seen it in February a few times, March. Like I said, I think it's 40 days after the Sunday of the last 40 days after the Sunday of the last full moon of Advent, or something like that.
they just naturally have parades on my birthday.
Sometimes Martin Luther King Jr. Day be on my birthday, and they'll have a parade for me. I always say it's for me, you know.
Martin Luther King.
Dang.
I'm a racist. I got my
Yeah, me
pet
too.
white boy. I don't know if you think he'd show up here tonight, but I never. I was just telling him the other day. I said, "Man, you know, you ain't never show your face." I said, "Even Terry, and Terry's into some strange shit, but even Terry shows his face. This dude, he can't even show his face ever."
Who you talking about, Durzex?
Yeah, my pet white
Yeah.
boy.
That's fucked up. Me and fucking old boy Terry got the same damn birthday, February 15th. I didn't even know until last year. I'm like, what the fuck? Damn.
Hey, Terry's into some strange shit, and even he can
Oh,
show
yeah.
his face. What's that tell you about my pet white boy?
Dude, you know something I noticed? Like, when I don't make videos for a while, you know, and I just, you know, you don't hear nothing too much from me, these motherfuckers start making more and more comments and then erasing the comments, you know, and shit like that
Yeah.
on old videos. And I'm like, what the fuck, man, you know?
Uh-huh.
Hey,
They get
That's why I
DW,
take.
DW, looking
That's
at
why I
the
take-
chat or not?
They get lonely.
They got a chat. I can't see the chat.
Yeah, Blue Light Bandit. What did he say? Elmo, instead of that cone, try folding up a bath towel around his neck and using duct tape to secure the end. When we had Clover fix, that's what we did instead of the cone.
I'm gonna have to try that.
That's crazy enough to work.
Folding up a bath towel around his neck and using duct tape to secure the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
That might work. I know my dogs are way too stubborn. My female,
Yeah.
she don't care what you do to her. She'd probably wear a cone the rest of her life if you wanted her to. But my male, he was having no part of it. He's got too much pride. Way too
See, I
much
was looking at the Amazon. I was looking at the cones and shit, and they had one that looked like, kind of like with Bandit saying it was like, you know, like when you go on the plane and you got that little neck pillow thing you put on. It was
Yeah.
like that for a dog.
Yeah,
With
they'd
a
be
towel,
more
that's
at-
how. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you figure with that cone on, he ain't gonna be able to go drink. He ain't gonna be able to go eat. You know.
Yep. It just disrupts everything. It screws up their equilibrium. You know what I mean? Like imagine if all of a sudden you had to wear a cone around your head. It'd screw you up too.
That shit would drive me crazy, bro.
Uh-huh.
Get this thing off. Oh, I guarantee you, he'd have another sore on him right here from trying to get the thing off him with his fucking back leg hitting in his paw.
Right? Yeah, he'd have no part of that shit. He ripped that thing off before we even got to the car last time. And then when he was fixed too, he never messed with his incision. So he was cool.
Much more comfortable.
Uh-huh.
See, that's another thing. I go to this doctor in the French. They got this doctor in the French Quarter. They call him Dr. Mike. Okay, he's a real doctor and shit. Some people love him, some people hate him. You know, some people swear by him. But the thing is, you go there, he just does his thing, you know, and he'll come to house calls, all that shit, you know. And he ain't expensive really neither, you know. Oh, she didn't want to take him there. She wanted to take him to this other doctor out in Metairie, right? This doctor was like $300 and something. And then these motherfuckers send me a thing in the mail saying, I gotta pay so much to get a license for an unaltered pit bull. I'm like, what? Like these motherfuckers went and reported my dog? Like, hey, this dog don't have his dog's got his balls, and you know, Dr. Mike was none of that. I'd go there, he'd give me the little thing, you know, every year, put it on, you know, for his saying he had his shots and everything, and that was a wrap. Now I'm going, you know, and I'm like, you don't think that's got who? She's like, well, I said, no, they reported him. You know,
That ain't
that's
none of
like
your
say,
damn business.
say if you go get a dog, like how I got, you know how I got Angus? I got him from somebody who fights dogs. That's the type of rescuing I do. You understand?
Right.
I'm not, listen, everything else out that litter that Angus was in is a fucking killer, and they're not living a good life, you know? Angus
I hear
is
you.
spoiled. That's like my kid, you understand? So I feel like
do.
I did the right thing, okay? Now, say if I'd have went to a shelter and got some kind of dog or went to some kind of adoption thing, guess what? Every year I'd have to pay that shit. I'd have to pay that and some more shit because it's like, and they're going to send a bill straight to your house. Oh, you didn't get him his shots the day he was supposed to get them? Here's a bill. Here's a bill. Pay us $300. How the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in registering guns, and I don't believe in registering dogs. I don't believe in registering anything except for vehicles because you got to, you know? Anything I don't have to register, I'm not registering it because this is shit you got to go through.
I'm with you on that, man. You did the right thing because you got him. It don't matter where you got him from. You got him, and you take care of him, and you love him. You know, it don't matter where you got him from. You're doing the right thing. I'm on board with you there, man.
Do they have extra rules because he's a pit, or are they playing that game, or are they just any
Yeah.
dog?
Because he's an
Yeah.
intact pit bull.
Uh-huh.
But that shouldn't matter, you know.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
Just
That's like being racist against my dog.
Right.
What is intact, or you know, I mean, what difference does that make? You know,
That's the kind of-
should be. There
That's the
must
kind
be,
of bullshit laws they put in Chicago, man. It's fucking these damn fucking Democrats. Fuck.
You
man.
look on
There
the
must be.
look at my fucking avatar. My avatar is my dog's balls. I'm not getting them cut off.
Right.
That's not happening. He's gonna stay
There
as God
must be,
made.
you all got breed-specific legislation down there, huh? Because they
Like,
don't keep track of the other dogs. I bet you
I
if you
think
got
if
a Labrador, they don't keep track of that shit.
No,
Right.
but if it's like a pit bull or a cane corso or a fucking Dogo Argentino or some shit or a mastiff, yeah, they want him to be cut.
That's what this rescue that I'm involved with now, they fight, man, against all that shit. In fact, the township I'm in now, they were going to try to pass some shit. And this rescue came out here, educated them, and now this place is one of the most pit bull friendly places in the country.
Dude, listen, everybody's pit bull. Everywhere you go, somebody's got a pit bull. He's got a little bandana around his neck walking. He's got a little cute name, you know. Everybody's got pit bull. Listen, when I went after the hurricane, I went to California, right? I went to Fresno, which ain't really a cool part of, but they gave me all kind of shit free and relocated me. So I went, right? And it was Bubba from In the Heat of the Night. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubba from well, he was the mayor. Bubba brought us out there. Bubba, police chief at some churches, you know, brought us out there. And I was talking to Bubba, and he came down. Him and the ex-police chief from in Fresno came down here and toured the 9th Ward in a helicopter, you know. And that's what he told me. He said, I've never seen so many pit bulls and fucking fighting roosters in my life just running wild. I was like, yeah, we got a lot of them.
They still got a lot of game roosters down there, Elmo?
They just not as many as they used to, but yeah, they still got them running around. I mean, I got rabbits running around my fucking house. Bunny rabbits. They domesticated rabbits got loose. They've been domesticated rabbits running around the neighborhood ever since I've been there. You know, like 12 years or so.
Angus, go after
But
them?
right now they got little bunnies. They got little bunnies. 2 of them done bit the dust. They got 3 of them left for sure. That I know.
Oh.
If you got a ground, they're all underground. On my yard, there's like a fucking generation of them down underground. They've been here I've been living here over 10 years. They still in there, man. They still coming up.
Yeah, that's how these are. I go up there. I seen they got older ones.
Yeah.
They got like some mid-age ones, and then they got these bunnies.
They just down there having more bunnies and shit.
That's all they're doing.
Angus chase them?
He just stands in the yard and looks at him. He don't even really bark at him. He just looks at him, you know.
And they got real short ears, right? Like shorter ears than like a jackrabbit.
They got different kinds. They got some kind. They got fucking big old floppy as like a big old sock hanging off the fucking.
Oh wow!
But not
All that shit survived
like
Katrina.
The little beige one looks like he might be like a little jackrabbit, but he's a domesticated rabbit. You know, they got a white one, a baby white one. You know, they're not babies, they're bunnies still though. A bunny, a white one, a gray one, and a beige one. There used to be 2 gray ones. One of them died. I seen him on the sidewalk, and then somebody told me a while back, because for a long time I only seen the gray one. Maybe I was seeing 2 of the gray ones and just thinking it was one, but it was just until like about a week ago that I started seeing the white one. Yeah.
All that shit
they
survived Katrina, but the people couldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there was roosters all over. I had 2 chickens that was living under my house for a long time. I used to feed them and shit. They'd come running when they see me.
Yeah, I had some chickens. I actually had a horse at one time. I was living down in Smith Station, Alabama. I had a 5-acre pasture. I had a little horse, and I had a couple chickens, and there was a pond back there full of fucking big ass catfish, man. Huge catfish. I'd throw a handful of dog food out there, and they'd all come to the surface, chow on dog food.
Yeah. Do that too. Take a fucking can of dog food, punch a couple of holes in it, and throw it out. Bait them in for when you're fishing and shit, you know. Good for when you're throwing the cans too. Throw the dog food out, you know, punch holes in the can, throw the can out there, and then start throwing the cast net for shrimp to attract shrimp too. I seen a motherfucker catch a fucking catfish with a piece of ivory soap one time.
How much shrimp are you allowed to get, Elmo, for bait when you're fishing down there? Because like when you're in Florida, you're allowed to you can fill up 2 5-gallon buckets, like with a cast net. When the shrimp are in, you can fill up 2 5-gallon buckets, and as long as you call it bait, you can have 2 5-gallon buckets full.
In Louisiana, if you got a fishing license, you could go up to a 12-foot cast net, and you could catch. I've never heard of a limit on shrimp.
Oh, really? That was in Jackson.
You're talking about for bait? We go out, throw the cast net, and catch maybe, you know, like right when they start to open up the
nose.
Yeah, when they start because there's a part under the Seabrook Bridge. That's like where all the shrimp come through, and you can't really like fuck with that. Yeah, but you can throw a cast net just like at Bayou Bienvenue. When I was younger, man, I remember going and catching like in a night close to 100 pounds of fucking shrimp with a cast net.
Hell yeah! Plus, you get crawfish where you're at.
Oh yeah, well, what,
trap.
Louisiana?
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Crawfish up here. This is my assessment, bro. I was just telling this to Tammy. Pensacola's got better seafood than we got because it's got everything we got, shrimp and all that. But this is all shit from the Gulf, you know. Like when we catch a shrimp, it's more like in a bayou and shit. There ain't too many, you know, people going out night rigging. Nobody's going out trawling in the day in the Gulf because we ain't that close to the Gulf like they are. You know, we're more inland fishing. You know, and the crab, that's all the same. The oysters are the same, but they got other shit out here that we ain't got, like deep sea fish, like grouper and shit. You know,
I love
and
grouper,
their crawfish are better too. Dude, they got crawfish out here like little lobsters, bro. These Egyptian crawfish, I never seen them, bro. They're huge, bro. They're good. Yeah.
That fucking
Florida
group
look really good.
Go get you a grouper sandwich there, anywhere in Florida, man. So good.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not even a block away from the fucking remember I made that video and I showed all that water and the shrimp boats and shit? That's like a block, not even 2 blocks from where I'm at right now. And that's the that's not the Gulf, but that's the bay, like Pensacola Bay or whatever. You know, but the Gulf's right there.
Yeah.
Just fucking rolling myself up a carton of smokes while we're sitting here bullshitting.
Woohoo!
And best fishing I ever did was in northern Minnesota, all the way almost close to the border. Northern pike, walleye,
Nice.
fucking smallmouth, bigmouth bass, all kind of shit. But the only thing about it is this was
Looking
quite a
good.
few years ago. You had the eagles and the seagulls always wanted to eat your shit. So they would be attacking you. You know, you'd be out on the lake and you'd be fishing, catching some shit, and they'd be dive bombing at your fucking head.
Out on Lake
Trying to-
Michigan.
No, this was all the way up in, if you know where Minnesota, in the last town in Minnesota, Ely, Minnesota, and then you got to take canoes out into those lakes and portage the lakes, and go from lake to lake and go up to the border where the Canada is. And is in those lakes where you can't even bring a motorboat. You just have to bring a canoe and shit. So it's the boundary waters all the way up north.
Yeah, my brother did that one time. He said it was the best fishing he ever did.
It was the fucking best, man. But it'd be best to sleep your ass on an island, because if you went in to sleep on an island, you may get some wolves or some shit at, you know.
I got a
Yeah,
pistol.
Yeah.
Clean a wolf too.
Yeah, but that is the best fishing, man. I don't care what they say. Water's clean, you can drink it, everything.
Wow. It's like I'm like, you know, I was born in Orleans and I live in Orleans now, but I didn't grow up. I grew up kind of more like in where it's more bayou and marsh at in St. Bernard, you know. And I mean, we fish with poles, you know. We go fishing with pole, but like most, that ain't the, you know, when we're talking about fishing, we're talking about going out and crabbing with crab traps, you know, like there's a lot of commercial fishing, you know, oysters,
Yeah.
shrimp. You can't run gill nets and shit like that no more, but like it kind of like there's kind of like a little friction between people who fish, you know, for a living and people who fish for sport, you know, like they don't really get along, you know. I mean, they get along when you come down there and use the boat launch and get bait and shit like that and buy gas, but after that they're gonna talk about you, you know. Like as soon as
Right.
you pull off on the dock, you know. Chivo, that's what we call them, chivos. Oh, sports fishing. They don't really know what they're doing.
Sports fishing.
I wish you could smell the dope I grew, man. I'm so proud of it.
Hey,
I ain't even
Suicidal.
Amen to
tried
that.
any yet. That's the green crack. I ain't even tried any yet. Maybe I will tonight. I got the rolling machine out. You ever roll any weed in this machine, Elmo?
Oh, you know I did. I don't really like it though. Look, oh man, like fucking I fucked my machine up, so I had to get But Tammy she's like, I got another one, but she got the regular top. You know, the not the T2, the regular one. So I was like, this ain't the one you want, you stupid man. I don't even fucking, you know. but sure enough, dude, when my fucking when that T2 fucked up on me, I started using this other one. I like it better, bro.
what's it? It's not the one. It's not the two. It's the one or whatever.
Yeah, the only thing is it's a little smaller and you can't like pile the tobacco up and you know like how you can with that. That's the only difference I see. Everything works the same, but the way that you put it, the way where you put it back, pack it down in there, it doesn't like have to. I don't know. I just like this one better. It's easier to pack it.
Yeah,
You know. I just like it better.
I'm thinking
Easier to
about
crank.
buying that electric one. It's like $250, but you
Yeah,
just
I
throw it
seen
in the
that.
vacuum, put the tube on and push the button.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it. I mean, for $250, I mean that's a couple months worth of regular smoking. You know, that ain't that much money when you consider you're only paying less than $10 a carton doing this.
yeah. How much you pay for a pound?
This stuff here is I go in between this stuff.
What's
And,
that? I can't see. What's that? The
this-
good stuff?
Yep, the good stuff, the gold, and
Uh-huh.
and sometimes Kentucky Select, and I pay about $14 a pound. I get about 2.5, sometimes even 3 cartons out of it.
Yeah, that's like. But I get. Let me show you. Hold on. Where's my cigarettes? I just rolled some. Here they are.
But you know, you average about 2.5, 2 3/4 a carton out of a pound.
This This is the one I've been going with. Damn, what's the matter with this one?
Ohm? Is
Yeah.
that the Ohm?
OHM.
You like it?
Yeah, I get the extra bowl. I was getting the bowl, now I get the extra bowl.
I've been meaning to try that. It's good though, huh?
Yeah. You see, they don't have the shops like how they not New Orleans. They got them like across the lake and shit. You know, here's the machine I got there.
How's the cut on that? You know what I mean? Is it like a coarse cut or like a more of a fine cut?
Like course, I guess. Let me see.
Yeah, you know how it is because like when you roll it, when you put it in the machine, you know if the cut ain't right, sometimes
Yeah, I
the
know.
machine fucked up.
Yeah, this one works good. But
That's what I want to do.
I get the I order it from this fucking place. I think they're in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
$12 for the pound. Like $3 for the carton. I think two something. I don't know. But I order me 3 bags and I order Tammy 2 bags. She smokes the blue or sometimes the silver she likes. And the cartons, and it's like a $14 flat shipping rate. You know,
Yep.
fucking up. So for like $109 or some shit, 5 fucking weeks of both of us smoking as much as much as we smoke. I smoke a lot. I smoke more now that
Tell
I'm
me,
like, fuck, it's gonna be like 80 something cents a pack. I don't give a fuck, you know.
I know. That's how I felt too. Some days, man, I smoke like a mother. Like the last couple of days, I've been smoking like crazy. I tried that Kentucky Select Silver. I like that. I never really got like I was going to the Bold, and then the good stuff. They make like it's like in a golden package, and they don't like. Okay, this one says gold. It's more like a yellow around, or like an orange even. And it doesn't say gold or anything like that on it, and that was really good. That was like maybe like a bold, like a real bold.
Yeah, I see. This one here they got bold, and then this one's extra bold. I had the OHM a couple. Not that the good stuff. I think the first couple of times I got it, I got the
suicidal.
good stuff. I forgot why I started getting this one. They got the good stuff too, because I did have that one a couple of times. Tried the natural, the bold, extra bold. Like I said, Tammy either gets the blue or the silver. She don't really remember. We usually ask, hey, which one you want? I don't care. Either one. Sometimes I order one or both of them or whatever.
I wish I'd have been doing this a long fucking time ago, man. All the fucking money I spent. $70 a carton. You know, smoking Marlboro Lights, that's what it was. That was the cheapest around here. It was about $70 a carton.
Yeah. I was smoking these cheap Senecas, and they were like 40. I was getting them for like $50. Not even 50. It was like 45 a carton, 47, some shit like that.
Yeah.
I like these better.
One day, yeah, I do too. This is a better quality tobacco in these.
Oh, I ran out. I had to buy like 2 packs of cigarettes. I was out for like a day. I had to buy like 2 packs. I bought some Marlboros. I was like, I'd rather these.
Dude, I got there's a pack in my car that's been in there for about 3 weeks because I ran out one day and I bought a pack of Marlboro Lights, and it's been sitting in my truck. There's a pack in my truck in the center console, and then there's another pack in the refrigerator from this last summer, a pack of Marlboro Reds that I never even finished because I didn't even want them.
See, the only thing that sucks,
fire retardant shit in there and everything.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks for me is I got to roll mine and I got to roll hers because she won't.
She made you're her bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, DW, read the last couple comments.
Suicidal porn star. Elmo is looking more like Kojak every day.
Who loves you, baby?
Fucking. Oh, Knowles McAllister's here. This year's harvest. I missed all the comments. I wasn't even looking. What's happening, man? Did a lot of perch in Lake Simcoe.
Telly
Power
Styles was a bad motherfucker, bro.
Powermatic 2 Plus. Cigarette injector machine is what I got. $75 on Amazon. Really? And it works. That's one of them electric ones. I wonder how well it works. Because, man, shit, I'll get one of them electric ones. You would think somebody be building one of them bitches, you know, where you just throw the whole pound in, throw a whole thing of these tubes in, and it just boom, 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 boom.
They got them on YouTube. I've seen videos of it. You just fucking throw the tobacco in, fucking throw the things in. It does everything.
We need to get one of them.
Fuck, I don't know, but I bet it's pretty expensive.
We'll go in on one, dude, and we'll sell fucking bootlegs.
I wore that first one out, bro. I wore that first one out. I wasn't used to the machine. And then one time that I did try to let her, I was like, well, you got to roll your own shit. I'm getting tired of doing this. Every day I got to roll your cigarettes, my cigarettes, and my blunts. That's taking like an hour, you know, like an hour and a half of my time, you know.
Like a full-time job, bro.
Yeah. And she tried and she overpacked it, and you couldn't even move the fucking handle, bro. And I didn't know what was wrong with it. And I was like, fuck. And I tried it a few times, and it fucked up like where that little part that goes down, that little solid block that goes down.
Yeah.
And the holes in the little thing, the shit gets more warped out. And then when you're doing it, it starts from it being like that and not going all the way, that little arm that goes in there. I think that arm gets like bent or something. I don't know, bro.
Probably. I got to clean mine out every once in a while.
And if I spent $275 and I put too much and then hit that little electric thing and it fucked up, I'd be really mad. You know, like I don't mind buying another one of these machines. They're only like $30, $40 or $50 for the T2. If I got to get one of them every year or so, okay, that's just the cost of doing business, you know.
Yep.
$275. I'd be like, fuck, man. I'd be trying to fix it and I'd electrocute myself.
Shit.
Yep, we're gonna get a machine and we're gonna bootleg cigarettes.
As well.
Man, I'll tell you what, you probably
we're still in school.
Just as much trouble. Bootlegging booze as you bootlegging cigarettes.
If my kids were still in school, or like when my grandkids get a little bit older and they start going to school, I just crank them out like about a carton, and them bitches fill up their little lunchbox with that shit and send them to school. Look, tell these little motherfuckers you want a quarter apiece for them.
Hell yeah.
Roll them $50, $10 and ridiculous. Be like, here you go, you know. We're gonna make some money.
Yep. It's a better product.
Bootleg me some Copenhagen though.
I got a buddy of mine. He that's how he made his big money. Was he used to be a tobacco farmer in Indiana. He got bought out by R.J. Reynolds years ago. They bought his farm and he bought another 1,500 acres. Now he does soybean and dairy stuff. But yeah, he made his money, man. He had a big fucking tobacco farm. R.J. Reynolds, they fucking come along and made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Hell yeah. But look, check this out. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Back to the big Canadian, okay? I don't think he realizes that if these Decepticons still have all their equipment, they're going to want to return fire.
Oh man.
I don't think he's ever stopped and thought about that. I mean, like, what do you think? They're just going to, okay, you know? Or maybe he's like, this is not a penis. This is a kickstand, you know, to lay on your stomach, and that's going to prop you up at the right, you know, angle. I'm not sure, but he's into that shit, bro.
That's the only person in this whole fucking whatever guitar community you want to call it. That's the only fucking person, dude, who's been playing guitar all this time and has not progressed one fucking single bit.
Right.
Not even. I was just telling somebody the other day, I was showing him one of his videos. Somebody did it that was like, hey, I'm always wanting to learn how to play guitar. I said, you did? He's like, yeah. He's like, how long do you think it's going to take? I said, hold on a second. Look at this. I said, this dude's been playing for like 15 years.
I don't even play guitar. I can kick his ass.
You don't even have to play guitar.
Right?
You don't.
Play better than Terry.
I guarantee you, if any one of us took somebody for 3 months, not even with them practicing hard, like woodshed, I'm just talking about like a little bit of, 30 minutes every day, they would be able to play better than Terry
Yep.
in 3 months. In 3 months, you'd know how to play a song, know how to play a few songs all the way through.
3
easy
weeks.
songs, but still, Terry. I think he's deaf because he doesn't hear.
No, he can't hear a thing. I know he don't. Can't possibly. I don't know. Maybe I'm retarded, but no, that's. I don't know.
Yep. Like I said, he still shows his face. Even after all that shit that he's into on Twitter, he can show his face.
Talking about little kids, going from little kids to transsexuals, he don't care.
Pansexual. What? Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. Homo. Yeah. Dude, twisted.
Dude, that shit freaked me out when you showed me that. I was tripping, man. When I seen that Twitter feed, I was tripping, bro. I'm like, whoa. I mean, I ain't never seen
me too.
like that.
I'm blocked from his Twitter feed. I can't.
Oh, you
I can't go
see
see it.
Dude, I was tripping, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Oh, what the fuck? And he was like all into it too. He's like, "Oh, you look beautiful today."
Man, some of the fucking comments are just like, what the fuck?
I'm telling
I mean,
you.
I suspected, but not to that extent. Shit.
They had
It's like
one
all
of them.
out.
They had one of them. I remember had a picture. They had their weenie in a fucking 2-liter bottle. Okay, and Terry's like, Terry's like, ooh, that seems like it might hurt. I was like, that doesn't seem like it's fucking possible.
Oh my god, bro.
Or the one where the dude is like doing something and Terry's like, looks good. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Seriously.
Just give a comment. Wow.
No.
That one I was talking about, I like cuddling. Terry was like, I wish I was there to cuddle with you. I was like, this brother talking about spooning.
Oh man. Spooning with the bear.
This motherfucker's out of his mind, bro.
We're like, just come out already, bro. I mean, just be honest. Just let it all out.
Well,
just,
he did.
Fucking hell.
Listen, you got to get him. he did kind of. On his dating profile thing, it says what he's open to and what he's into, and he admits it,
Mm-hmm.
He's not trying to hide it.
When you just sit back and think about that for a second, you go, man.
It all just scrolls through your brain again, like all the posts that, oh Lord.
I just don't think he's thought the whole thing through. I just want to make sure that he knows the consequences, because they're gonna return fire. What you think? It's like, oh no, it's like, hey, okay, now it's my turn. Then look to a deep ass voice. Now it's my turn.
Oh man.
Now it's my turn. We're gonna spoon, and this time you're gonna be facing the wall.
I seen one the other day, and it had like a deep on television, and it had a deep voice, and it actually looked almost like a girl, and then it spoke, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude? There ain't nothing stranger when they speak." You go, "What the fuck?"
That's the giveaway,
dude. And here's the thing: I know not all people in Canada are like Terry. They can't be.
No. He doesn't represent Canada. He represents his own world.
That motherfucker's gonna get there. They're gonna. One of them trannies is going to climb up on his ass like it was Mount Everest, dude. I'm telling you, bro. And he's some guy shocked, you know, like, what the fuck? Where'd this come from? Motherfucker, that's a
Whom is this person and what is he doing? What's up with your boy Stoner Dave lately?
I don't know, bro. I don't really see. I can't. I don't know any, like, especially now that he's talking about electronics and shit. I don't know anything about that shit. You know.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about electric, any kind of shit like that, is nothing. You know, I know how to change the batteries in something. You know,
Yeah,
I know what
don't
polarity
know.
to use to, like, to weld with or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing you know, I don't know anything about that shit, so I can't argue with him about it.
Yeah.
But I know, but I
think
do
you
know
just
that
really
he doesn't
seen-
know either.
No, he has
He
no
doesn't
clue
know
what he's
either.
talking about. And listen, I ain't all that. I've been learning the last 5 years, but I can promise you, he has no clue what he's talking about.
Oh, bro, he don't know.
I think he just gets bored. You know, he needs a little petting here, there. He's another
Well,
one.
dude, he's been through so many.
He
See, when you're
wants to be
talking
like
about,
this.
no matter, I don't know. You know, it depends on who we're talking about. Are we talking about Dave the Prick? Are we talking about Dave the Meth Nerd? Are we talking about Stoner Dave? Who, you know, like, who are we talking about?
Got a lot of identities.
When I
'Cause
first met
he's
Dave,
never played. He claims now he's never played guitar. He don't play an instrument. He ain't never played no instrument. Like, man,
he used to
dude,
try
we
to do
seen you.
lessons.
We
He used
seen
to
you
try to
trying
do
to play
lessons.
Star Spangled Banner, giving people lessons.
Yeah, he did try to do something around. That's the reason me and all right, look, he was trying to play Man in the Box and it sounded bad. That's
Yeah, I
why
remember
me
that.
and Bert came up with the idea of me singing Man in the Box.
You still
Right.
got that video on your channel?
I think so.
That was great. It was epic.
But we were supposed to use Dave's guitar playing. David should have so out of time and everything and didn't know how to that's actually Bert playing guitar on that video. Not
Oh,
really
really?
Dave. I know Dave knows it's not him because it sounds. Listen, Bert was playing in the style of
Dave
Dave
the
the
Prick.
Prick, so he wasn't trying to play it perfect anyway, but at least have it in timing and shit, you know.
That was
But
an epic video.
when I first met Dave, he was calling himself Dimebag Dave. Okay, and when all that shit came, and he's still talking shit about Scott Grove. You seen that? Like, nobody cares about Scott Grove or you, Dave.
Right.
But
He's still mad at
I was just
Scott.
starting to play, and I seen that video Warlock made about Scott, and in the comments is where I met Dave at, and Dave started talking shit to me, and then, so I went and looked at his playing, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna take me long to be better than him, you know. And then he started doing video lessons and shit, and I was like, dude, just like when you're sitting there trying. He used to work at Sprint. So I don't know how the fuck he's an electronic expert now, you know?
He's an expert in anything he puts his mind to.
He had that stupid Zach Wild fucking Epiphone.
Uh-huh. Thought he
And,
was
him and-
he was
him and
playing his
Durs-
guitar behind his
each other.
head. He was remember when he
Uh-huh.
was showing us how easy it is to play your guitar behind your head?
Yeah. Fucking moron, man. Oh, but he went further than that. He had shit. He had all kind of lies. He said that he was in a band. He was in a band, but they all wore but they were like Kiss. They went out in makeup and disguise so that nobody would know it was them, so he wouldn't get aggravated on the street. Then he started making videos saying that telling Durs X how he sold 400 of the songs that he wrote, you know.
Oh,
And
yeah,
with
I
that
remember
money,
that.
he went and bought a Mustang. He made about 5 videos to show that he didn't just rent the Mustang or whatever.
I remember that shit, man. I remember Bert had it up, and he's going outside. I said, "Watch this." I said, "His neighbor's about to run out of the house and beat his ass." This is his neighbor's Mustang. Yeah, he just needs attention from time to time. Looking to be my pet white boy, but I already have one. Oh man, I can get
Oh, they
out of
love
that
making comments. It's funny too, because like out the blue, they'll make a new comment, and it'll be something about you. It's going to either be about you or me. I forgot the last comment he made to me. Why is my buddy Wrecker? He asked me, why is my buddy Wrecker removed? And then they say shit like they don't know how to speak, you know? Why he removed comment, fool?
Yeah. Why you, like he's Chinese or something? Why you, friend Wrecker? And then the motherfucker deletes the comments, so you can't, you know. Why you and your buddy Wrecker?
It's so fucked up. You can't even remember it, man. It's just like I've seen those comments.
Like, and then he's got this fantasy about fisting me and me fisting him. He's got this fisting fantasy that goes on with me. So I'm like, man, that's why it dawned on me the other day. I'm like, damn, dude, Terry's into some strange shit, but he can show his face. You talk about fisting me and shit, man, and you can't show your face. There's a reason you can't show your face. Now I get it. But
yeah,
we ain't doing no fisting together. Ever.
He gets real upset. He gets real upset about Republicans too. You ever seen his other channel, Republicans?
Oh man,
Repubs are what is it? Anti-science and
anti-American or something.
Yeah.
He's very upset about that. He's got me on that channel calling me a racist, which, you know, I am. What you gonna do?
When in Rome.
When in Rome. I like that. Oh man, it's just like, you know, how am I gonna prove that I'm not? You know, so I might as well just go with the flow.
Just go with it. Fuck it.
Go with it.
Once you call somebody a racist, it's not like there's really any way they can prove they're not. I wonder what Ed's up to. Let me get him over here. What's going on, Ed?
Who?
Ed Dana. I wonder what he's been up to.
Oh,
he's been making videos with his brother. They've been playing out or something. Yeah.
Because I did comment on that because me and my brother have been talking about doing some covers forever. We ain't recorded since mid-90s.
He's doing that shoveling a lot of snow. Looked like he had a fucking blizzard by his house.
They got like 2 feet.
They got the shit that missed us, man.
It missed us.
Dude, it
Yeah.
got like 2 inches. If we got 2 inches, it would shut the city down. Not too long ago, we just had a little bit of ice on the road. The whole city was shut down.
I believe
it was 80 degrees the day. Christmas Day was 80 degrees. 2 days later, it was fucking like 30 something.
Nobody
That's
leaves
what
the
gets you
house.
sick, bro.
That is what gets you sick. You got to keep your vitamin D levels up. Otherwise, you get the sweet and sour sniffles.
It's over here in Chicago. We got, say you got 10 degrees out, but you got a humidity level of like a fucking 100, and you can feel that cold, like it, and that is exactly what gets you sick, man.
It drives right through your bones.
Yeah.
And it gets cold here in Detroit.
That's what it is that gets you, the humidity with the heat or the cold.
Mm-hmm.
We always have a lot of humidity, but you know, so it's fucking. Oh, you ought to see it during the summer. Like people ain't used to that shit. They come down here. I know people from Arizona where it gets like temperature-wise hotter. like 106 and shit, you know?
But it's a different
listen.
kind of heat.
It's a different kind of heat because I tell you what, according to the people that I know, plus I've been in places where it was hot like that. Like when I lived in fucking Fresno, like 100 degrees wasn't as hot as it felt to me when it was like 92 or 93 with like 90% humidity or some shit, you know? Shit gets fucking hot. I feel like steam.
Me and my family did a trip to Orlando in 2015, and yeah, that is some fucking hot ass air. And when the storms come in, I've seen storms, but I never seen fucking storms like that. It's like, and then you get a cab driver that goes, "Oh, this isn't really nothing. It's like a mini fucking hurricane and shit." That's
That
crazy.
storm comes in and out, and then the sun comes back out and starts baking all that water off the road. It's on.
And then you look in the grass and you see like a pond, you know, like it's ponding already, and you see the stems of the grass sticking up, like it's all swamp, man.
I was working in Jacksonville back in like 2003, and yeah, man, it'd be 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 93 degrees out. The sun's just coming up, you know.
Yep.
And it's 90.
Even when it's cold. Even when it's cold,
McAllister.
make you feel warm, you know.
It does too.
As long as you
Just
got
seeing
some
palm
pine,
trees.
yeah. So yeah, I'm all in the fucking yard over here. We got a pretty big little fucking spot over here too, you know. But here's the most important thing. This is the most important thing you need. You need that fucking generator up off the fucking ground for when the fucking hurricane comes.
Hell
That's
yeah.
true.
Is that her family's place?
As soon as the
You're at,
electricity kicks off. Yeah, it was her great grandpa's house. She grew up here, so they grew up at. Dad's
All right.
grandpa used to have a store around the corner. Peace, but it's like it's getting like a friendly little game. Kind of like a house we got down home, huh? Like in New Orleans. Yeah, it's not
man.
bad, but it used to be though. Back in the day, this was like the bad section of town, you know.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
And now it's all gentrified and nice.
Getting there.
Gentrification.
It's the way to be.
Yeah, it was like I said, it was her great grandpa's, and then it was her grandpa's. And her dad died when she was young. So there's like about a few of them. They all got like a little claim to the house, you know. So it's a big ass house.
Got you.
I always got Tammy's room. She's, you know, so it's almost like a second house. She's out here a lot too, you know.
Suicidal.
Almost any holiday.
So your house is still fucked up from the storm. How long ago was that?
Storm was what? At the end of the summer, August.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember during the storm, you told me, "Hey, man, I can see through my fucking living room. I can see outside."
Could like the corner part up there. Like if you got, you could see. You know, if it was daytime, you could see daylight. And then the whole wall got soaked from the fucking rain coming in. That's all got to come out. It said it's gonna be like a week. I think it's gonna be longer than a fucking week.
Depends on who does the work.
Yeah,
that's fucked up. Taking
that
long to get that shit fixed. That shit, it should have been. That insurance should have come through a long time ago and took care of that shit. Pay them fucking premiums.
They're giving everything.
That's the way it is in New Orleans, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fucked up.
There's a lot of people from Katrina never got their fucking money.
No.
A lot of people came up from Katrina. A lot of people made a profit off Katrina.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
There was money in the streets down there after that. All the fucking demolition companies from all over the country tried going down there, get that federal money.
Yep. because they felt bad about the way they just left everybody on their rooftop for 2 or 3 days with no water. They felt bad about it. You know? Grandma got eaten by a fucking alligator on top of the roof. You know, they feel kind of bad about that.
Hey, did you leave the city when that, or did you stay?
I was across the lake in Slidell when I just went to Slidell. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad.
Yeah.
And then I was stuck in Slidell for like, dude, I'm talking about, listen, there wasn't no cell phone, there wasn't no electricity, nothing for like 2 weeks in Slidell. And they were like one of the first motherfuckers to get their shit back on. But you still couldn't really use a cell phone. All the towers got knocked down.
No shit.
But yeah, it was fucked up. But I stayed in Slidell for a couple months. It was easy to get a job. Like, I just walked outside one day. It was like, hey man, you want a job? Making good money? I was like, yeah, okay. It was gutting out houses. You ever seen that thing? You ever seen this thing? They had this lady down here. She was a police officer. Her name was Antoinette Frank. And she was a serial killer. She was a serial killer, they say. But she was I seen the thing not too long ago on fucking one of them independent Discovery Channel or whatever, where they show the crime shit. They about it. She was a cop, and she had a partner that was a cop, and they would do details at this Vietnamese restaurant in New Orleans East.
Yeah.
So she went there when she was off, and her partner was there. She went there, killed him, killed the Vietnamese, except for one of them was hiding like under the table praying or something, or ran into the freezer. Anyway, she killed him, robbed the place, left, and then came back to answer the call. And when she came back, the little Vietnamese girl knew her because she used to do the details. She's like, that's the motherfucker that did it right there.
No fucking
And then they found her.
Wow.
And then her stepdad buried under her house and some other shit. But anyway, I was working with the dude's brother. He's a cop too, but in Slidell. Working with him, gutting out houses. Did that for a little while, and then they had everybody at like at first we was at Slidell High School, like in the gym. You know, they had all kind of cots and the National Guard there. Them motherfuckers, you'd have thought you was a prisoner of war. The motherfuckers wouldn't let you get out your bed at night for nothing. You know, like tell them where you going. They're going to the fucking bathroom, motherfucker. You know, but fuck, where I'm going to the bathroom and smoke cigarettes, motherfucker, just like I was in school. Same shit I did when I was in school. That's what I'm doing, you know? But they kept coming and like you'd see signs up and it'd be like, hey, anybody want to go here or go there or whatever, you know, another state, you know, we'll give you this and we'll give you that, relocate and shit. And I knew people that were leaving and they would call me up and be like, bruh, you ought to come out here, man. They're taking care of us, bro, you know? I was like, man, fuck that. I'm staying here, bitch. I'm going to rebuild. This is where I'm from, you know? Then I started thinking about it. I was like, it's going to be fucked up for a long time down here. These people talking about bringing me out there and giving me free rent and shit, you know? Fuck, I'm going. So they had some places you could go in California. And I just came back from California because right before the hurricane, like in January, I came back like 4 or 5 months before the hurricane. I was staying out in San Diego working out. I was working at the shipyard out there, and I knew I could go back, you know? I was like, fuck. But then I didn't know the difference. See, you know, California's like, you know, you think about like San Diego, that's nice, you know? You think of the beaches and shit. Fresno's like in the middle of that shit, like in the armpit, you know? And
right.
But fuck, I went out there for a while and working out there. I got a job real quick, you know? I had an apartment, and they gave me a car, a little bullshit car, but still got me around, you know. Had like a 92 Buick Century. But that's all I needed, Jones, is going to work and hanging out,
Barbara
you know.
Bush said, some of these people have got it better now than they've ever had it.
Yeah, I knew people that did. I knew people that were out there with me. Listen, there was a dude that was out there with us. He was really from Fresno. He just wanted to ride back. You know,
see,
but yeah,
Elmo,
it was all right.
You was born and raised in New Orleans, right?
I was born in New Orleans, but I was raised in St. Bernard Parish.
Okay.
Down the road.
Down the road. Bradley's.
Yeah, actually, that's the pharmacy I always went to.
Bradley's farm.
You see, like when they showed that, right when they showed that grove of trees in that documentary, right there, that's where I'm from. Right when you come out that grove of trees, 2 streets, that's where I'm from. 2 streets out of that grove of trees.
That's where Elmo was hatched.
The
I
seed.
started living down there when I went down there when I was like 2. Like I said, I was born in the city, and then when I was like 2, I moved down there and grew up down there until like I didn't leave till like I was almost 30.
And most people that were born there, they don't leave there.
No.
They don't never. Some of them people ain't never even been outside of New Orleans.
Man, listen, I know. See that fucking listen. I was there for that whole thing with that pharmacist shit. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, I know I can make a way better video about that fucking documentary than that documentary was.
That's because you got the real info.
Fuck that.
Dr.
All right.
Clegg.
When I seen her, her name was Dr. Lucas. That's why if you look at the thing too, they talk about Dr. Cleggett. They're showing you the paperwork. It says Dr. Lucas. That was her name before she got, and she didn't write back then. Because look, I got in a car wreck, and I would go see this doctor. The doctor's name was Stuart Altman, and he would write me like 60 ESs and 60 somas every 2 weeks. And I was like, cool. And I would go sell the fucking pills, and it was like extra money for me, right?
Right.
And when I would every now and then I'd go there because I didn't take them, and I'd go sometimes. And she used to be a pediatrician, but she opened up. She started doing like injury work with insurances and shit, So she would be there sometimes, and whenever I'd see her there, this bitch would not give me the same thing he gave me. She would cut me down to like 20 of them, and I was like, "Fuck, man, I got somebody that wanted all fucking, I'll stick to these bitches. I got to put in with 20. Fuck that." So the lawsuit settled up and everything, and about a little bit after that, I know the first people I went and seen her at her when she opened up her office because they made me an appointment too. They're like, "Oh, we got a doctor. This doctor's gonna write cottons." I was like, "Yeah, who's the doctor?" Dr. Cleggett. I said, "Oh no." I said, "Listen, bro, y'all fucking up." I said, because I was just seeing her name was Lucas then. She got married to a cop. That's another thing they left out. The cops were there guarding her shit. Like you had to, if you went there and you had a warrant, they would check your ID, let you in, go see the doctor, write your prescription and everything. And on the way out, they would grab you for the warrant.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I swear to God. But I told them, I was like, "Look, bro, y'all go see if y'all want. But here's what she did to me. She was always cutting me down, like by more than half from what the dude was giving me. I'm not going to waste my money. Y'all wasting y'all time." Sure enough, that motherfuckers went. That's when she had not the office that they showed, like where everybody was hanging out in front of. She had like a kid's like with little chairs in it and shit.
Yeah.
Like it was a pediatric, but she just started doing pain management. The motherfuckers went there that day. And they came back with them pills that fucking day.
Yeah, they said
like that girl they talked about. What?
Oh, he froze up for a second.
If you look at that, if you look at it when he's, if you look at the documentary talking about, he started the tunnel. I don't call that bitch the tunnel of trees. Nobody calls it. We call it the grove. That's the fucking grove,
The grove.
So anyway, he's like,
I
started this tunnel of trees. Huh?
I said I gotta know that because I need to know the lingo when I come down there.
Yeah, but look, he said, all right, remember he showed the video of that little chick coming up in there, and she only got half the prescription filled.
Yeah.
And then he found out she died.
Yeah.
And she was such a pretty girl, and she was so pretty, and that's why he named his foundation. That's when he started the tunnel of trees, the tunnel of whatever, in honor of her. Okay. Right. That's what they would listen. The only places that would sell you needles was Walmart and fucking Bradley's. You could go there, fill your Oxycontins, and get needles at the same time, and they didn't blink an eye. So when he's talking about, I didn't know, but you could have went and worked someplace else. You knew what was going on. That's the reason why they would give you those cottons were real expensive to get filled. So they would give you half of them so that you could go get rid of some of them to come back to get the other half. He knew what he was doing. They knew what they were doing. That dude ain't innocent. All right.
Figured
Now,
it
so
out.
that chick, the little chick Sherry Sharonica, right? Sherry's mama's name was Barbara. Barbara's dad's name was Leo. That was my grandpa's brother. So that's my third cousin. You know, so and her mom is dead. I don't know. I don't talk to too much of my family or anything, but I feel like that's kind of his fault. What happened to my cousin? He knew what was going on.
For
Don't
sure.
go up there and play like you did. You know,
For sure.
he knew it was. Like I said, there was the only place. Like I said, they would fill your prescription and sell you needles. But listen, the Oxycontins wasn't even the main thing because she didn't even write them. They had a bunch of doctors doing it too, not just her.
Oh, yeah,
But
right.
they didn't keep writing the cottons because they were too expensive to get filled. So they started writing methadone wafers. 90 methadone wafers, 90 10s, your choice, Loratab or Loracet, and 35 Xanax, $250. Come get them all day and night.
What
That's how the thing went. You know,
$150?
fill it. And then you go to fill it. The whole thing was only like they had pharmacies that started because just to fill those prescriptions from them doctors, and they had some doctors you could only go to their pharmacy.
Yep.
You know, that's what most people overdosed on. Most people overdosed on methadone and Xanax. The cotton wasn't even really that big a deal.
No,
you know, but they leave all that out.
Wasn't as big of a deal. You know, everybody was getting, like you said, they were either getting the people that I knew that were doing them. They were either getting methadone or they were getting them fucking Loratab or what the fuck do they call them? Not Loratab. What the hell is that? No, it's not Loracet. It's Dilaudid. Dilaudid. They were getting the Vicodins, the Dilaudid, but they're like you said, the oxys were expensive. So usually the people that were moving to oxys by that time they were moving on to heroin because fucking oxys were way too much. Yeah, exactly.
Like it was like you get the wafers, they big orange. You break them into 4 parts, 40 milligram wafers. They're like that fucking big, you know. In the bottle, they would come in 100. It's like a not a round bottle, oblong, but kind of like squared, like rectangle. They would come with 100. You go to the pharmacy, they would just open it up, take 10 of them out, put the top back on, and hand you the fucking bottle.
Oh, okay.
90 10s, 90 40 milligram methadone wafers, 90 10s for breakthrough pain, 90 somas, and 35 Xanax, $250 to visit. And like you just went in, you're in pain, yeah, okay, here's your prescription. Everybody had fake MRIs and shit, you know, because all you need to go in with is you don't need the actual MRI. You can just get the report and fucking use a little whiteout, put your name on it, you know, and here it is. They didn't even really look.
Right. Yeah, at that time, that shit was going on everywhere. I know Florida had it real bad, too.
Dude, listen, we was talking about it one time on one of Bert's hangouts, all right, a long time ago, and I said it then. I was in the line at the store. I seen Newsweek the same thing that they talked about in the documentary. They showed the Newsweek magazine. They said that St. Bernard Parish, a small suburb outside of New Orleans, has the highest Oxycontin overdose rates in the fucking country.
See that?
Nobody's doing it like we was doing it. I'm telling you, bro. That's why they made that documentary, bro. It was popping down here, bro. Popping. And then once the methadone once they started giving them wafers, because like people at the methadone clinic, they would pay $40 for one of them wafers in the beginning, $1 a milligram.
No
shit. And then people started saying 20, and then you couldn't even get 20 for them. But started, you know, because people were going to the doctor and be like, "Hey, I'll sell you all 90 of them for 900, and you could take all these fucking 10 for $3 a piece." You know, and people were like, "Yeah, you know, I got 90 somas too. I give them to you for $90, soma." People were like, "Yeah."
Hey, wasn't
how most
people. The oxys is the same? Oxy was like $1 a milligram, wasn't it? People that
to get filled?
No, like to sell. Didn't they sell them $1 a milligram?
No, we was getting it when they were selling it. They were selling the 40 milligrams for fucking $20. know?
Yeah, but I had
They were-
several
I
friends
tell
that
you,
were into
Phil.
that shit.
They were nobody, you know. There was telling you. Everybody knew if you wanted needles or something, you went to Brad. That's the pharmacy I've been going to since I was a little kid too. So it ain't like I don't know what I'm talking about, you know.
And that dude's all fucking all high and mighty, how he fucking did something about it and everything, huh?
Listen, if he was so worried about what was going on, he could have went and started his own. If you, it ain't like you. Oh, I'm a pharmacist. It's hard to go find a job. No, you
Right.
can work anyway. You go open your own pharmacy. But he was
Yeah,
worried
he's the
about that
pharmacist.
20-foot fucking. He was worried about that 20-foot fucking ceiling he had and putting that big 18-foot Christmas tree in that bitch.
Is he still around, Elmo? He still work there, that guy? Elmo fell over. Too much weed.
Thinking about it.
No. Oh my
I
god.
don't know. I ain't been down there. Huh?
Clive was here.
Yeah, Clay was there.
Good to see him.
Yeah, right.
So what is this documentary? Is it about just that town and the store or the pharmacy?
It's on Netflix. It's called The Pharmacist.
Oh, okay.
Or if you're gonna be in New Orleans, you gotta call it The Pharmacist. it's
Dude,
called The
first-
Pharmacist.
The first part's really just it's almost like two documentaries in one. Because
He talks
in the
about his son
beginning, he's talking about how he's trying to find the crack dealer that killed his son.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty.
And then it goes
Yeah,
into
son
all
went
this
to the
other
night
stuff,
ward
right?
and got shot by a crack.
Yeah.
Oh, he went on an investigation, dude. Like he went and interviewed people, and like he ain't stopped until he finds who killed his son, you know. And he did.
Did he go
found
under? He went undercover and all that.
it. And then the shit happened
Undercover
with my
camera and
cousin.
all that. Oh wow.
No,
He said he did.
I don't want to ruin it for you. You ought to check it out, but it's pretty good. It's good.
Yeah, I am.
You know,
It's
like
on
that
Netflix.
the first part's like a whole different thing. You know,
I'm gonna go watch it again tonight. I
It
was
was
watching
good.
that fucking
It was
Making
good.
a Murderer last night for about the fucking 15th
listen, dude.
time.
I'm gonna tell you another thing too. When you watch it, watch that fat dude that he's got on there. That dude's on
Yeah.
methadone. That
Yeah.
chick with the dark hair, she's got a YouTube channel. It's called 504 Girl or some shit like that. She's on methadone too.
Oh, really?
You know his thing. You see, that's his thing. Oh, but at least you ain't shooting oxy. Listen,
Methadone
tell you the
will
truth,
fucking
you'd be
kill your
better
ass.
shooting heroin. Look, people may agree with me or disagree. If you're gonna get on the methadone clinic because you was taking pain pills, you're just a pussy. Okay. If you know maybe from shooting heroin, but once you get on methadone, there's nothing worse than getting off of, and there's nothing you do better shooting heroin physically as far as your body with with toxins and shit. You do better
Yeah.
shooting heroin than shooting fucking with methadone.
I got a buddy of mine. He died of a heroin overdose back in 2013. But he told me stories. He said, dude, he goes, I was doing all right. He goes, then I started on this methadone. He goes, dude, this shit, it's so fucked up. He goes, I started losing all my fucking teeth, like whole molars and shit. And that's what
Oh yeah, bones breaking. Dude, see, they got two things. You can go on methadone maintenance, or you can go on methadone detox. Maintenance means they're going to maintain you. They're going to give you so much every day, 5 in the morning. You show up with your little lockbox, and they put your medicine, you take out, and they might give you enough for 2 days. You know, listen, don't
Yeah,
plan
I've
on
seen-
going taking no vacation. Whatever you do, don't go to jail because you're going to be sick as fuck.
Yeah, you're fucking locked in.
Way worse, way worse, way worse.
You're locked
like
into that
pills,
shit.
Like being sick from pills, that's like a couple of days with the flu. That's nothing. If you take them,
4 days,
you just want to
5
be a
days.
junkie. If you can't get off pills besides taking methadone, you just want to be a junkie, you know. So whatever, just
Yeah.
call it what it is. You just don't want to stop.
Exactly.
It's even heroin, dude. Like a week, 2 weeks, you're gonna be okay. Methadone, that's
Yeah.
talking months.
I can't even imagine.
Suboxone,
Dude.
that shit ain't good for you neither. That's just as bad. You're gonna be on that, and it's worse to get off of.
It's harder to get
Why
off
get
of
off
it.
something that's got more chemicals and it's worse for your body and takes longer to get off of? It don't make no sense to me.
It's like Chris Rock said in his comedy skits years ago. The problem is they don't want you addicted to that shit. They want you addicted to their shit. And that's
Right.
exactly what it is. Their shit's way harder to get off of, you know. And that methadone shit, dude, I've known several people told me fucking horror stories about that shit.
It's also the best thing though. It's also like really awesome though. It really, and especially
really
with the
high.
Xanax. Especially
You
with the Xanax.
You get really high off it?
Oh, it's way better than anything else.
I never tried methadone. I was on the pills. I used
But they
to
got
do the Viking.
you got maintenance. You know, that's where you go every day and you get your dose for the rest of your life. Pay your little $80, $100, whatever it is where you're from to go to the clinic. Okay.
You gotta,
And or you could do the detox where they'll give you so much and then start cutting you down. You know,
you gotta
nobody
go
does
to that
that.
place. Hey, you gotta go to that. You telling me you gotta go to that place every fucking day for the rest of your
But
fucking
the
life?
methadone clinic, when you
The
first
maintenance.
start off, yeah. I've never been on a clinic or anything like that. The only thing I did was go to doctors, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how the clinic works. You got to go. You got to
Every
go.
day.
When you go, they give you a dose. You got to take it in front of them. They give you a little sucker because, like, I don't know. Look, the wafers come like this, and they're filled, but they don't give it to you like that. They're the form, and they give it to you in a little thing. Or they got the red. The red is just red. It's that long. But the orange, you know, lasts. You know, so that's,
I can't imagine having to go to a place every
I don't know.
fucking
You know,
day.
they got a white one too. But they give you a dose. You take it, then you come back the next one. I'm talking like 5. I'm talking about like 5 in the morning, dude.
Yeah, I seen them
4:35
dudes down
in
the
the
street
morning.
from me.
Every day. And then
They used
after then they're gonna piss test you because they don't want you smoking crack. They don't want you fucking taking Xanax. They don't want you doing, you know, they might let you go with smoking weed on it. Then after you did that for so long, then they'll say, okay, well, listen, now you only have to come every other day. We'll give you a take-home dose to go. And that's when you got to have one of them lock boxes, the metal lock boxes.
Yeah.
They got to put it in there, and you got to have the key, and you got to lock it in front of them, and you go home. And if you drink it tonight, you're just going to be fucked for tomorrow or whatever. Okay? And after you've done that for so long, they might tell you, okay, now you only got to come once a week, you know? Or you might go to them and say, look, man, I'm getting ready to go on vacation for 2 weeks. They might give you enough to but you'd have to be there for a long time. They'd really have to trust you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's your life.
Yeah.
Going there every day like that. If they
There was a dude down the street. His name's Pat, and
trust
he,
you, you won't be sick that day or whatever.
that dude, him and his buddy, they would go every morning with their little lock box, and they go get their methadone, and then they go right over to the crack house every fucking day. Pat, and
Yeah, listen, that's another thing. They love crack. I'm gonna tell you what methadone people on methadone like. The first thing they want, okay, is really trash to everybody else. That's like Darvon and Darvocet. That shit when you're on methadone, it really kicks the methadone in. They like crack for some reason. Like even people who didn't smoke crack, they'll go get on the clinic, all of a sudden they're crackheads. It's like, what the fuck?
I've seen that. Yep, Pat used to smoke crack every day. I gotta go take a piss.
Dude, I remember when I was younger, you'd go by people's houses. They'd be all on fucking cottons and shit. They'd have a rag, like a t-shirt or whatever, laying around. Because you gotta take the cotton and it had like a little coating on it. You couldn't peel it off. Well, you had the white ones. That was the 10 milligrams. Then you had the pink ones. That was the 20s. Had the 40s. They were yellow. They had the green ones, that was the 80s, and then they had the 160s, that were the red ones, but you never seen them. People always had either the 40s or the 20s, mostly the 40s. And you'd have to peel this little coating off of it, or you just wet it and then take a rag and wipe it off, you know? And when you'd put like the wet pill in there and like put the thing on there, and sometimes it would come off perfectly. You'd see on the fucking yellow thing, you know, like OC, and on the other side 40. You know, you go, motherfucker.
Oh, man.
Play it out. You'd have to go by people's house. You'd have to start looking like if you seen anything laying around, make sure there wasn't like yellow marks on it, dots all on it, and pieces of Brillo pad on the fucking carpet. You was in a bad spot. Time to go. Yeah, motherfuckers, man. I know people have been on. I know people that were going to the clinic for pain pills before they started before all the shit with the doctors, right? And they're still on the fucking meth clinic.
What was this like around 2007, 2008 when it was really bad, right?
Yeah, I would say like by the time the hurricane came, they was already cracking down on it. That was 2005. So like
right.
99 to 2004 or 3 or something. Yeah. And like I said, she wasn't the only one. Now, they had one. Look, here's another thing that they don't tell you about down there, right? So they had her. They had another one in the city called Trinity. All right. And Trinity was owned by just a like if I just decided to go open me up a doctor,
right?
A regular person, but not just me. I couldn't go do it. But if I was a person of color, because the way the city's got their shit, just like all the methadone clinics in New Orleans are all owned, minority owned. Okay,
that's the way it's going here.
The doctors that they let run the shit here with the pain medicine in New Orleans, not in Jefferson and Metairie and shit, but in New Orleans, which was Cleggett and Cookie. Cookie was the chick that owned Trinity. When you went to Trinity, it was the same thing, in and out, $250, give you the same amount of medication, but they would give you the prescription. You had to go to their pharmacy. They also had their own pharmacy. You had to go there to fill your shit. But then they had other pharmacies that just like popped up just to cater to people filling pain med. Like they had one called, it was on Jefferson Highway, what's the name of it? Pharmacy 101. Then they had another one out in New Orleans East. They ain't gave a fuck how many prescriptions you brought from how many doctors, called Thomas Tran. That was Vietnamese though. But Cookie and Cleggett, because just like the method, just like when the dispensaries open up down here, they done said that too. It's going to be for minorities.
Yeah.
So in other words, if you're a minority chick and you want to open a doctor's office, you're not a doctor. You don't have, as long as you hire doctors, no, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
And they had another one too. No, they had another one too called Janus. That was in Gentilly. There was 3 of them in the city that was writing them like that. Then the other Global, that was out in Metairie on Yale Street. They had a couple in Slidell.
Oh, Metairie.
All right. That's not counting doctors who was writing shit but didn't have their own pain management clinic,
Yeah. Right before pandemic, when they start opening up the dispensaries, it just exploded here in Chicago. And then pandemic started and they start focusing on all that. And then all of a sudden, all these dispensaries were closed. And then now they're starting to reopen them again, but they all gave the licenses to minorities because this shit just exploded like a motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that shit here too. In the city of Detroit. Man, there's so much of that shit going on. It's been going on for years. It's all minority. And my thing was, well, I should, if it's minorities, it should be me in the city of Detroit.
There you go.
I'm the minority, but it don't work that way.
Yeah, that was a hell of a time, dude. Listen, I know a lot of people.
I can tell you miss it.
People. Yeah, I really miss it.
You missed the money.
Died, bro. I know a lot of people that died from going to that bitch. People I was related to, people I grew up with.
Yep, we all know somebody, man. I've had a lot of people.
I just checked the obituary the other day. A long time friend of mine who got himself in the crack and all that back in the 90s. He passed away and shit ate him up and mostly everybody I knew from my old block passed away. And I was like, you survive it or you don't.
See, now that's another thing. You didn't just go. Nobody went to just one doctor because they didn't. The only way you get fucked up was say like you
system back then. Now they track everything.
Dude, I went to a few of them. I went to at least 2 or 3 of them at a time. But I was doing it because. Fuck, man, it was $1,000, $1,100. I'm getting rid of the shit, $10 for each wafer. and shit like that, dude, you make $1,000. You know,
How fast you get
every
rid of that
2 weeks.
shit? You have
2
people
weeks.
waiting.
Doing that 3 times every 2 weeks. Fuck, dude, I didn't work for like a year and something. I just went to doctors. I knew a dude that had people going. He would pay them $300. He would get like, hey, you know, Detroit or Gypsy, y'all don't take pills or nothing. Huh? You'd be like, no. Like, look, I'm gonna give you $300. I'm gonna pay for the visit, the prescription, everything. Go to the doctor. I give you $300. Just hand me the prescriptions. And I knew a dude that had like maybe 20 people going for him like that.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, it was fucking bad, bro.
Big money.
Like they had,
Everybody
and he had a whole
they
bunch
all
of
knew.
kids.
It was what?
He had a whole bunch of kids. And he would bring his kids with him, and they like little wild Indians, half Filipino wild Indians running around. At Trinity, listen, I swear to God, if I did a video and I tagged it right, somebody who went to one of these to come in and be like, yeah, he ain't lying. Because listen, my partner Eddie they had a sign on the wall at Trinity about not bringing your kids here, and it said, "This means you too, Eddie."
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of people made a lot of money off that shit. You had people waiting for you though, Elmo. They knew when your doctor's appointment was. They knew when your prescriptions were getting filled. They were waiting on you to fucking, yeah.
But the thing is, you got all these pills. You see everybody you sell them to, they're all fucked up. Hey, you young, you want to get loaded too. Hey, I'm gonna take some of these Somas. Every time I go to the pharmacy, you know, on pharmacy day, doctor day, I'm gonna take me a handful of Somas and pass out in my grits at the fucking Shoney's or something. You know, have a little fun. Then you're like, hey, I'm just gonna take a couple of these Vicodins with this Soma here every time, you know, just a couple times a week. And then you're like, let me try one of these wafers. And then before you know it, I need to go to the doctor. You know, like, damn, I'm fucking sick now. You know?
Yep. I know exactly what you're saying.
That shit is so much worse than anything else to get off of. I'm telling you.
I'm glad I never got into that.
Ooh.
I stayed with the Vicodin. I never went.
I had to take Vicodin for my arm surgery, and we had the higher count ones. I don't know how I forgot, Rucker, how they calculated it. Some Vicodins were less strong than others. It was acetaminophen and the,
yeah, you got the 5 milligram, then you got the 7.5s, and then you got the 10s.
I took the 10s.
Yeah, the 10s were great if you could get them.
They
were great.
HPs.
Yeah.
The HPs. You got the regular Vicodin, and you got the Vicodin ES, and you got the HPs. And you got Lortab, Loracet. You know, usually those are 10s, and the Loracets are green, Loratabs are blue. The difference between, and when you get them generic, they're gonna be white with like either blue or green speckles on them.
Right.
But just like Loratab, Loracet, you got Percodan and Percocet. Anything that's got set in it, the suffix set, has Tylenol. The other one it's got
yeah.
The other one's got.
I think it was
every
only
once in a while I would get the ones with the less Tylenol because I'm surprised I didn't shoot my liver out, you know, because I'm telling you, man, I had to take 40 of those bitches every day, just 40 just to go to work and be able to function.
Wow.
But usually like 50 or 60 to keep me where I wanted to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's how I fucked up my back too.
But they just wear out. I mean, you have to take that much because you don't fucking feel the motherfuckers after
you don't feel it, dude.
5 days, man.
I would take them 10 at a time. 10 as soon as I wake up in the morning, 10 with my coffee, 10 on the way to work.
Yeah.
And then at break time, 9:30 in the morning, take 10 then, and then 10 at lunchtime. That's how you end up fucked up.
That's how
I fucked up my back too, because back then I was working my ass off, and you got to understand, if I did get injured, I didn't feel it. So that's how I jacked up my spine. That's why my spine's all fucked up today.
Well, they gave it. I hurt my back.
Now I got to deal with it sober.
I remember hurting my back and going into the emergency room, and I worked for a bus shelter company here in Chicago where they put up posters in the bus shelter and shit. And so I went into the hospital. They gave me some Norco, which is fucking Vicodin and shit. And I was in a lot of fucking pain. I couldn't even walk.
That's what they gave me when I broke my wrist after I had the surgery.
I went dancing out that motherfucking hospital. Me and my wife went downtown. We were like, "Woo, motherfucker! Fuck this! I don't feel a damn thing. I don't know what the hell they gave me. I know they just didn't give me some Norco. They gave me something else because I never felt like that."
Dude, see, when I broke my wrist and I had to have that surgery on it, that shit hurt.
Yeah.
The surgery hurt breaking it, and that's what they gave me Norco too. I wouldn't. I didn't even really want to take them. I don't like the way pain. I don't even like to feel pain.
I know what you mean.
I still had some left over. Like after it was all over, I had some left over. You know?
Because you're afraid to get fucking hooked on them.
No, I don't like the way they make me feel. I just do this now. Like that. That's a different association to me now, and I just no.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Right.
Elmo, remember you
No,
used to
I know what you
mention
mean.
about my hands in the one video, and you're like, how does his hands get so damn big? This one right here, if you can see it, I busted this fucking knuckle on the dude's face. I hit him the wrong way. I hit him the side of his face and busted this knuckle. And I didn't even go into the hospital because I didn't feel it. It was swollen like that. And about a week later, I look at it, and this part's down here, and this part's up here, and I'm like, okay, it's split. I go back in, they re-break the motherfucker, set it. And this is the time your ass passes out. The pain is so much, you just want to fucking pass out, man.
They fixed it after a week?
I just let it be after it was swollen up, because I'm like, I didn't even know it was broken. It didn't even feel like it was broken because I was so amped up in the fight that I just whacked the dude in the face so many times that I didn't even know it was broken. So if you can, so this knuckle, it's called a boxer's knuckle, right? Where it's cracked right there in half.
Yep.
You can see it. So I can't even really bend this knuckle down. But I can still feel this shit, man. When storms are coming and this bone starts hurting, man. But my hands are like, that's what I'm working my whole life, man. See? Oh, it's different here. Yeah.
Nuts. Wow.
Yep. Nowadays, man, I will not take shit, man. I was just out, dude. My back was just out a couple weeks ago, dude. I couldn't walk. Literally, I couldn't walk. I had 2 canes just to get the fuck out of bed and go to the bathroom. I won't take nothing, man. I won't even fucking hardly take a Tylenol. Because like Elmo said, it's got a totally different fucking vibe to it now, man. I don't ever want to fucking go back to that, ever.
All they want to give you is ibuprofen now.
Yep, that's what I got. I got Motrin 800s if it gets real bad.
Yeah.
And it does help sometimes. But see, this is nerve pain, so it's fucked up. But I'm actually started to go to physical therapy now, and it's helping. So I'm going to keep going for a while.
Yeah.
See if I can strengthen it up. Yep.
Dude,
yeah,
look,
I went on like that for about a year and a half.
One time in the beginning, like before shit got said, I was fucking it was my birthday one year, which was Fridays. I make however many years, probably about like 20 years ago. This was, but it was my birthday. I go to work, and work was slow. Now I was working for a good company, but we used to do jobs midstream a lot. Like we'd have to go out, catch a fucking crew boat with all our equipment, go out to the ship, they'd load all our shit, we'd work on it, and then, come home when we was done or whatever. But shit was slow.
Mm-hmm.
And every day we was going there, they didn't really have no work, So I was like, fuck it, today's my birthday. I had 3 Vicodins, ESs, and I had 3 Somas. I was like, I'm going to take these when I get home. Because see, when you take Somas, you take them on an empty stomach and then go eat, and that's when them bitches hit you all of a sudden real hard. You start doing a Soma shuffle, Soma coma. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. So I come out there and they tell us all, there ain't nothing going on today or whatever. So I'm like, all right. So I'm standing around the shop bullshitting with everybody. And I went and hit the coffee pot, and I was like, I'm going to take these Somas and these pain pills with that hot coffee. That shit going to hit me quick,
Yeah.
So I go in there and take them. I'm just starting to feel them come on, and I'm getting ready to walk out the shop door. This company's been around since like 1865. It's a good company I was working for. I worked for them for a long time, too. So I'm getting ready to walk out the door. And the superintendent comes out. He's like, he was from Columbia, Mississippi. He was an old dude. He's like, hey, baby. That's how he used to talk. Hey, baby, don't none of y'all yet. Listen, something just came up. They come in here. They're going to give everybody everybody that works in the shop and everybody that works on the outside's got to take a test. They got to take a fucking test.
Oh, man.
45-degree angle. 45-degree angle fucking pipe test, a double X pipe. I was like, oh, fuck. Dude, I put my shield down. I could feel myself starting to do that fucking shaking shit,
Yep.
And like, the dude who did. Look, bro, this test was from Lloyd's of London. We go do some work that Lloyd's of London had insured. So they had their guy there to give us the test. And he's like taking your welding lead and putting the loop in it and putting that meter on it to make sure your voltage is right and everything and making sure you're following procedure. I'm like, fuck.
Oh
I ain't gonna
man.
get no trouble if I don't pass it though, you know.
Right.
So, dude, I just remember shaking and like drooling on myself. Me and one other motherfucker's the only people that passed that fucking test.
Oh shit. Oh man.
That is fucked up.
I don't know how the fuck I did that, bro. Yeah.
My buddy Phil used to do that same thing. He would tell me the same thing. He would take Soma and Vicodin and fucking Xanax, and I fucking 10 minutes later I look over. I thought he was gonna die, man. He's over there drooling on his fucking literally drool fucking coming out of his mouth. I'm like, what
You
the
see, that's the thing, bro. People don't understand. Oh, it's all white people on the pain pills and shit. Yeah, because white people work. Most of the time, the way you get on pain pills because you got hurt at work.
Yeah,
all right,
hurt at work.
and then
Yep.
then you start realizing that, hey, not only do these things make me not feel pain when I'm working, they actually give you energy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And another thing too, they give you one of these too. So motherfuckers like to take them and go fuck with, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers
Forever.
want to take them and go fuck with strippers and whores and shit, you know, because
Oh,
it's like
man.
Viagra or some shit.
Yep.
And another thing about it too
You
is
just keep going.
Yeah.
the same receptors in your brain that like pick up physical pain also deal with emotional pain. A lot of these people who are hooked
It
on these
fixes
pills are having
everything.
a lot of emotional problems. You know, it's more of like a thing in your head, you know, because they make you feel better.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I don't,
Any good
I don't
doctor
know,
will tell you Vicodin is a cure-all. It cures all pain,
it is.
emotional
I
pain,
know
whatever you
they
got.
call
it'll
working
cure it.
hands. You see, when I used to go, when I was going to Stuart Altman, when I got in that car ride, man, that was a nice fucking car, man. I just got that bitch back on the road, bro. My little boy was with me and everything. Bitch ran dead into the back of me. But anyway, I had a formula. Just A80 formula. I got the body work, T-tops, nice rims on it, bitch. I just painted. Just got an engine put in it. I just got the exhaust hooked up. Taking it out that Sunday to go to the lakefront. Stupid bitch runs in them. But anyway, yeah, bro. They fucking when I used to sell them to the, you know, when I'd get off, when he would give me them 60 and she started cutting me down, Cleggett started cutting me down. That's the dude I sold them to. That's what we called worker dance.
Yeah, man. I could work 14, 16 hours a day, no problem. Come back
Every
home, sleep for
roofer
a
I
couple
know
hours,
takes.
and be back.
Yeah, true.
Dude, those were some of the most. I made the most money in my entire life when I was doing that shit. Because I was working all the time. I ran my own company and I was working for a demolition company.
Look, there's no way that you're gonna get hurt, or not even be hurt, and somebody just give you one, you take it and be like, I don't like this. The only way you're
Right.
not gonna like it is if it put you through a lot of shit and you just got like a mental association with like I ain't know, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just didn't like when I didn't feel anything anymore. God damn. Fuck, man.
Yep.
But I remember Xanax the first time I took one of those, and I just fell asleep. I just went through a loss in my family, and girl was like, take one of these, you know, be able to relax. You've been through so much. And I'm like, I started taking them one every night. I was, wow. I don't know if they're like that anymore. They seem to have dumbed down some of these pills.
I don't like Xanax. If I take Xanax, I want to fight and I want to steal something. I'm telling you, but I'll be there, be like, pull this car over. What's the matter? You don't see that motherfucker there? He cut me in the lunch line in 3rd grade. This motherfucker thinks I forgot about that shit. Pull this fucking car over. I'm gonna show you.
Don't come after me. I'd fall before he even hit me.
That's what them Tylenol 3s would do that to me. I remember I was dating this girl fucking 25 years ago.
That shit had the codeine in there.
That shit, dude. Them
Yep.
fucking Tylenol 3s, dude. They start making me think everybody's in my fucking way, pissing me off. I get shitty on them things, man.
Yeah.
We went to a fucking gun show one time, and she gave me them fucking Tylenol because she used to do pills here and there. Her father's a doctor, and she gave me them Tylenol 3s. We were at a gun show one time. I was walking through Gibraltar Trade Center. I mean, I said, man, I feel like everybody's in my fucking way. Get the fuck out of my way. I was looking for a fight, man.
Oh no.
Look, see, I was talking about going to Shoney's and falling into the grits because what I would do is I was dating this chick who was in Slidell. That's why I got in Slidell right before the hurricane came. One of the doctors I used to go to was in Slidell too. So every time I would go there, I'd be like, go to Shoney's. I want to go to the breakfast bar. Because like I said, you eat, you take them on an empty stomach and then you eat. Something about that food kicks that shit in, right? You start.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got a place in Slidell called Stark. That's an anagram for Slidell Care. The R is for retarded. It's for retarded people. And it's still in there today. Like if you look up Stark, you'll see Slidell, for retarded. Anyway, so me and Jessica go there. I'm eating my grits and shit. Sure enough, go down into the grits like this. I'm all fucked up. And she's just sitting there, right? She's not loaded. She's just sitting there. So the fucking waitress comes over and looks at me, and she looks at Jessica. Jessica just goes, "It's okay. He's from Stark." And he's like, "Okay, bless his heart."
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, because it digests when you're eating food and you can take that shit, it just goes in your digestive system a hell of a lot better and gets where it got to be. It takes you out faster.
Yeah.
So I never
Like I
took none of
said,
that medication unless I ate.
Like I said, last time I took them, I took any pain pills was because after when I broke my wrist, they gave me a couple. I took them and then they put it in that stupid cast. And then after like a month in that cast or whatever it was, they had to go do the surgery. Now, the surgery hurt a lot worse, but like,
Yeah.
oh, they would be like, take one of these pills. I'm like, man, I don't want to take one. She's like, listen, it tells you to take one every 6 hours. Don't wait till it starts hurting you until it hurts so much that you can't take it no more. And then you got to take one. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so give them to me like like how they said to take them, one every whatever, how many hours it was. And I was
Right.
okay. And then after about like four days of that, like I hit a big old bottle of them, I was like, I'm all right. Let me see how it is without, and I went that day and it didn't really hurt me that bad. So I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to keep taking them,
Got any left over?
Huh? Yeah, I had like maybe 14 of them left over. I wound up by giving some of them away. And, Tammy had a toothache before she couldn't get to the dentist for 2 days. Yeah, take some of these, whatever,
Yeah, hang on to that shit if you're not using it. That's all I can say.
Right.
Yeah. They're good to have a couple in case something happens, like in the medicine cabinet. Hey, this motherfucker just got shot or something. Hey, give him one of these. Fuck, I
Yeah,
guess,
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't miss no fucking pills. That's for fucking sure, man. Like I said, I know so many people dead, man. My brother-in-law and his wife. Both of them dead. Both her fucking, that's my little nephew. He lost his mom, his dad, and both his uncles. All the same
Holy
fucking way.
shit. No fucking kidding. Whoa. That's gnarly.
He found his mama. Got up trying to get his mama to make him some pancakes, and she was blue. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
When I was watching the pharmacist, I told Tammy, I said, watch how many people I'm gonna know on here. Watch how many people I'm gonna know. I didn't know that my cousin was dead. That shit was 20 years ago.
Oh,
I didn't know
wow.
that Sherry was dead until I seen that. I was like, motherfucker, man. She's like, I wasn't really close with him, but when we seen each other, hey, Sherry, what's up? She was really pretty.
Mhm.
In fact, the last time I seen her, I was probably about like 18, 19 years old, maybe. That's the last time I remember seeing her because my partner, David's sister, was dating her. And they had just broke up, and she was friends with David's old lady. So David's like, hey, I'm coming over there with my old lady and her friend. I'm going to hook you up with her. I was like, yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, she just broke up with my brother and everything. She wants to just go out, I was like, yeah, come get me. So we're in the car. We're talking and shit, I'm looking at her. And I said, what's your name? Oh, yeah, because you know, when you got a name like Elmo, you don't want to just. I was like, look, just tell them my name is this. You know, it's a lot easier than Elmo. You know, say my
Right.
name's Mike or whatever. You know, yeah, we're gonna pick up my front Mike. So she's like, yeah, Sherry. I was looking at her. I was like, hey, you know anybody named Elmo? She said, I got an uncle. I got an uncle Elmo, my great uncle. I was like, yeah. I said, Sherry Sherrick, right? She's like, yeah. I said, man, I'm Elmo. She's like, oh, she said, I thought you looked familiar. She's like, bring me back home. This is my fucking cousin. We just
Oh,
laughed,
man.
you know.
Oh,
That's time I seen her. Oh.
All right, fellas, I'm out. I gotta put these ragamuffins to bed.
Yeah, I'm about to have to get off. I gotta go eat. Check on Angus's
Thanks.
fucking tape.
Thanks for the hang, Mike.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna jump off here. I've been up since midnight last night, so I'm gonna go grab something to eat and hit the sack.
Hey,
Yeah.
DW, Dan Beck's in the house.
Yeah, I seen that, man. It's good to see these guys.
Yeah, good.
I
see
couldn't
you,
see-
Dan.
On this thing and went all the way to it. So somebody said something and I missed it. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
We gotta help Bandit with this StreamYard shit, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him out. Hey, he sent you a message too, Elmo, about how to wrap Angus's thing. Did you get that?
All right.
He texted it to you.
All right, guys.
Hey.
All right,
Good night.
y'all.
Hey, it's good to
All right,
see all
fellas.
of you.
See you later, Wally. See you, Mike.
Peace.
Thanks, DW for doing this, man.
Yeah.
Of course, man. We gotta do it more often.
Exactly, right? It's a blast.
Give it a
Love you,
little
Elmo.
look.
Love you
Give it a little-
guys.
Next time, get a little more time where we could let people know that we're gonna be doing it like a few days, so we get more people over.
Make an announcement.
Right,
Do
like Circle of Time. I made one for Bandits, but then I had to go erase it because the thing wasn't working. It was only up for like a couple of minutes.
Right. All right.
All right,
Peace.
fellas. Later.